Good afternoon. Good afternoon. How y'all feeling?
Afternoon.
Feeling good.
Good, good.
Hey, what's up with you, brother?
Not
Afternoon.
not too much, not too much. Let's
Look
go
at
ahead.
y'all was in a different time zone.
Oh. Yeah, no, we are East Coast, East Coast. Yeah. Dealing with you down south?
Yeah, I'm from Louisiana.
Oh, okay, 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 okay. All right, okay, okay. Cool, cool, cool. All right, so let's just hop into things and get things started since we are on time today, man. Like I said, happy Sunday. We're gonna hop right into things. So by watching or reading this, you're saying you understand the following. I'm not a financial advisor, and this is not trading advice. This session is solely for educational purposes. There's significant financial risk associated with options trading, and I'm not liable for your wins or losses in the market if you decide to act on this information. So let's just hop right into things. So look, top options flow. So we're going to start with the call options flow. On Friday, Tesla was leading the call options flow. I mean, obviously, we know what was going on with Tesla. Tesla was a big move this week. And so, yeah, followed by NVIDIA, MSTR, Upstart, FXI. I had to just say Mara on there. On the put side, the top, they were shorting Meta, Coin, VST, Google, and BITO. That was just on Friday. So let me just make a note here. You know me, I like to make my notes. Then we're gonna move on to the week. Yeah, so for the week, they were the top call options flow winning NVIDIA, Tesla, Coin, Dash, okay, DoorDash, and Amazon. On the flip, on the put side, they were shorting American Airline, AMD, Silver, Delta Airline, and Apple. Okay, let me see what's going on with these airlines right now. But yeah, so that's what was going on here. So let me just make a few notes here. Making a few notes. And to add into this list. All right, cool. All right, so let's move on. Let's move on. All right, so this was the heat map on Friday. Like it's heading into the close, right? Just some of the stuff that was down a little bit. But what I will tell y'all is this, right? Check this out. We got a lot going on this week. We got a lot happening this week. And I don't want to really hold up too much. I want to really kind of just go into the just kind of hop into things so we can kind of get through this meeting and have enough time for as many charts as we want to hit. So okay, so look, so yeah, I want to hit some of the team's profits for this week. Shout out to Brian again, ECF. And look, so when we played PS2, but it was the move after. It was the day after move that I liked that I saw Brian doing. You know, he played the retest when it pulled back. I told the team, I'm like, look, it looked like it's gonna probably pull back to this breakout point and then take off again. It did that. He stuck with it and hit a nice profit on that. So shout out to him, man. Shout out to everybody that was in app with me. APP. They had a crazy earnings and ran like a bat out of hell, man. You look and see it was a lot of $200 contracts turning into multi-thousand dollars, and it's just a lot of that going on. Then KK the morning after, she secured her initial profit, then jumped in, bought a 250 call that ran and went into money. So you know what I mean? Just knowing how to and I'm just reason I want to just shout that out a little bit is because a lot of times people will be in these big trades and they just want to see the contract keep growing and just want the contract to keep growing so they can have the biggest contract. But sometimes you just got to secure those gains. And if you see a retest or you think the trade gonna keep going, then like say your contract up $4,000, you turn $200 into $4,100. Secure that profit. And if you think it's going to go higher, you can okay. So where do you think it's going first? First, you got to have a place where you think it's going. Oh, you think it can go to 250? Okay, so you think that 250 call can go into money? Okay, well then go ahead and grab that. So she took her $4,000 off the table, paid $600 for a contract, and went up over 100% on that. That's within that same morning. So shout out to her, and that's the sniper moves right there that we be talking about. taking advantage of that. So yeah, it was a big trade. We got some more on here. All right, so more VST. Of course, we got Dayo on here. He was in the VST trade. A lot of people were in that trade. I wish more would have posted those contracts. Like I see Mikey posted his. Nice win on that. And yeah, pretty. And I wanted to shout out Roman too, because Roman he was talking about Meta on last week, and he jumped in Meta and made a nice little $1,200 profit on that. So it's about just when you see something, and because a lot of times we see a move after it's already taken place. So I see people, they'll scream about a stock. I'm like, man, that Tesla left. You know what I mean? You got to catch it when it's breaking out, or where, when the next move, or if you feel like it's about to go into another tier, then catch it then, and we can go from there. But you don't want to buy, I always say, at no man's land, or buying calls at resistance, or buying puts at support. You know what I'm saying? You want to see if it's going to actually make the move first, and then you could go ahead. Yeah, we had a few trades that we were, man, so I ain't even gonna cover them all, but yeah, it was a lot of them. And last week was a big week. So shout out to everybody again. All right. It's still okay. It's still October. I mean, so this is still what's this month right now? November. November just started. So yeah, this is just our profits for October, man. Again, I covered this slide last week, but we haven't November has just started. So but we killed October. Just go over it again. Like for a $250 membership, right? We had a 2,300% ROI on that, clearing over 50. I'm gonna I'm gonna round this off to $6,000. So pretty much $5,979.75 in net profits on a $200 membership. And these are net profits, because you can see that the losses are in here too. You know what I mean? So we killed this month, but that's what we do every month. We double, we definitely go over 2,000% on the ROI for the most part every single month. So yeah.
You got to clap for yourself on that one. You killed it.
Yeah, it's a little something. So but yeah, that's what we do. So but yeah, so now lessons learned recap. Every week I always learn something new. It's always something for me to learn, something for or just an aha moment, anything. And I feel like everybody should have those moments and situations and the market. So, yeah, I mean, like I'm always going and I'm always talking, whatever. So, and does anybody have any lessons learned or any recap or anything that they want to discuss right now that from last week?
I guess I'll start. I had a phenomenal week. Y'all see the contracts, crazy week. And my aha moment for this week is I have to start setting limit orders when I think that a stock can go higher. I work, but Friday I had to go to the doctor's, but I had been looking. Antoine has been Fox at Tesla telling us about Tesla, but I saw like, oh, it had filled the earnings gap. I'm like, oh man, it looked like it's ready to go. Like it wants to take out this 300. So I did grab a swing trade. And I mean, I made a substantial profit on the trade, but that thing ran like a whole nother $20, almost $20 past that. So I was like, I felt like it could go higher, but I knew I couldn't watch the trade, and I won't trade on my phone. Like I need to be in front of the computer. So, I felt like it could go to 315, and I really should have set the limit order, but it was Lotto Friday. I didn't focus enough for that. So that's my lesson learned. Like I need to start stepping up and doing certain things that I know in the time that I should do.
Well, I want to ask a little bit more about that. So you're saying you should have set a limit order for so for Tesla if it went higher?
Yeah, to sell it. Like I didn't feel like I should have just got out when I got out.
Well, if you mean, so you were setting a limit order all because you weren't going to be able to watch anymore and you were going to go work or something. I'm just trying to understand what was the limit order for. My bad. I'm just trying to get more information. That's all.
like I didn't want to sell the trade at that time, but I got out of the trade because I knew I wasn't going to be able to watch it.
So then you did the right thing. No limit orders. That's being like, That's why I'm like, hold up, what are you talking about? Like, if you can't watch it, take the profit. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, you did the right thing. That's why I'm like, hold up, limit order for what? Nah, if you can watch the trade and you can watch it go higher and whatever, like I would have done that. I mean, you can, I mean, because otherwise the only other thing I would say is a trailing stop, where if as the price keeps going up, like you have a 30% stop on it, right? Or 10% stop. And as the price keep going up, you keep raising the stop. So that way, it's locking in those gains as the price is going higher, but you're not taking a loss. You know what I'm saying? But the limit order thing, nah, I don't recommend that, especially if because you go to work and you running meetings and stuff like that, and you can't come back. I mean, that limit order ain't gonna help you if you secure the gains that you got and you do what you do. And but the limit order thing, what I like to do, I'll set a limit order if I want to enter at a certain price and that's the only price I'm willing to pay. Then I'll set a limit order. Like, okay, cool. This is the price I want to pay, and I don't want to pay no more than that, or I'm cool with that. So I'll set a limit order for that order to get filled. Or if I want to sell a trade, like and I'm saying, okay, I know it's this contract going to go to this price, but it's volatile, and you're trying to, and they be having those spreads sometimes where it's like a pretty wide spread, and the prices it's changing rapidly. So you could set a limit order then to sell it, but you still watching the chart though to see what's going on, so yeah, that would be the situations where I would set a limit order, but not just because you're about to go do something and you can't watch it anymore. Like, nah, take that profit if you stick to that, because that's been working. And yeah.
It definitely has. I just want to shout Antoine out. Like most people who have been in the group know that I didn't know anything about trading 3.5 years ago, almost 4 years ago, and I feel like I've come a very long way. And I have to attribute that to Antoine. He's a phenomenal teacher, and he will keep pushing you. Don't be scared of the push. The push is going to get you better, because I used to make maybe $100, couple $100 on a trade, and now I've substantially, I'll say, triple my gains on most of my trades. So shout out Antoine, and thanks for everything.
No problem. Just glad. Thanks for sticking to it. That's what it's about. Just sticking to it and believing in it. Because, like I said, if I'm pushing someone, if I'm pushing you, it's because I see something in you, and just trying to get, because trading is 90% psychological. That's why I'm totally against paper trading. Because it's not going to help you with anything. But so the mental things I'll be doing, it'd be kind of like to help you get over that hurdle. So yeah, it's good to see that, and to see the sniper in you, like the way it's been going. So yeah, so shout out to yourself and keep up the great work. Now let's see who else is here that has
Oh,
something.
I got a good one.
What's up, Dylan?
Um, I would say like just bouncing off of what you said, the psychological thing. Like y'all took that VST trade, and then I was talking about that Tesla trade for like an hour, and decided to not take both, and they both did real good. So I mean, I would say just down yourself is another thing I learned this week. Sometimes you just got to take the risk, which is what trading is.
Yeah, well, calculated risk. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
so yeah, because like I'm gonna tell you, a lot of traders do what you did. Like, you took the loss on QQQ, so then it kind of affected your that drive that you had that to jump into a trade. You know what I'm saying? And so you didn't take the next, your trade. You took that to QQQ trade, and that didn't work out. So you say, you know what, I'm gonna be a little bit more conservative now. And a lot of traders do that, you know what I mean? But you were mentioning Tesla. You were ready for Tesla. You felt like it was gonna go over 300 also. But my thing is, I'm like, well, look, wait till it clear. You know me, I'm gonna say, well, if it's right there, then wait till it clear 300 and do what you do or whatever. KK posted that chart, showed where that 52-week high was, and it broken through that 52-week high, and it took off and never looked back. So you gotta, when things are in play, take those trades. But yeah, no, but it's cool. It's going to be other situations like that. It ain't always going to go that way, you know? So, but you have to be okay, fail fast, quickly, and move on. But then also don't be too hard on yourself as a new trader either, because there's certain things you're not going to see and you're not going to really understand. And like it's a lot of stuff to learn as a new trader, especially starting out. But and some of it is like, damn, well, how am I gonna remember all of this stuff? How am I gonna do all of this stuff? Sometimes when you're in the eye of the storm, you know, you learn a lot because now you need to grasp those things in order to be successful at this point. So that's when it really matters. So you start realizing like, okay, cool. So now I need to know where support is. Or like with the QQQ trade, if you know, I was just when the stocks were running that morning, what KK did, she at resistance, she bought Tesla puts and made a nice amount of money on those Tesla puts this morning. Sniper move. And I was telling the team really quickly, you know, because we were in some earnings plays, but I wanted the team to know, like, look, the market has already ran. It's running now. So, like, before y'all chase any of these, before y'all think about chasing this market, wait for a retest first. And then, you know, and then buy the retest. And I think, I think you bought puts were at support. And I was saying buy calls on a retest, but but depending on what time frame you're looking at, or whether or not that stuff is clear at the moment. Some people see the market moving one way and just say, well, okay, well, now it's going down, so that means puts. I'm like, it's going down, but it's right at support, so that means calls. Like for even with the I'll give y'all my lesson learned, because I'll let y'all go, right? But I want to just say this, and anybody can chime in if they want to. Lesson learned for me. Another one is sometimes just let things go, because like there was an Nvidia trade that I put the team in. I wasn't planning on calling out a lot of trades this week, because it was some earnings that I was focused on. I was locked in on, right? So but the Nvidia trade what I did was, the whole market was coming down at that moment. And I felt like if anything, and I posted it in the chat. I said, look, this is where smart money buy. This is what you want to do. You don't want to buy when everybody is you don't want to sell when everybody else is selling and everybody is fearful. This is at support right now, and SPY look like it's about to stop at this support level here. So we jumping in these Nvidia calls, but and it kind of like it traded sideways for most of the day. So before power hour, or right at power hour, I was stepping out for a while, and I told the team to cut that trade at break even. So it wasn't a loss or anything like that, but but it's based off, I was just like I told Dylan, you can't let the last something that happened in the past stop from things that's going on. But then also you got to be responsible too. I'm like, as a coach, I'm not going to leave my team in a trade that I'm not here to watch, and then all hell breaks loose or whatever like that. So I'm told the team to cut the trade at break even, and it ended up running for the rest of the week. So it gapped up like $4 the next day, and then it took off and it never looked back. So sometimes, but you gotta. So I guess the point I'm making is like, if I got a process of giving, if I put you guys in a trade and say, well, if it lose this level right here, or this breaks down, just go ahead and cut the trade. That's going to have to be enough. And for the newer members, or anybody who's not really grasping that yet, we just got to hold them accountable, keep ourselves to the point where we're making sure that everybody understands what's going on and what the expectation is for them. So yeah, but I don't want to stop the team from opportunity, because I'm too protective of everybody else, if that makes sense. So that's something I'm learning to let go. I can't control everything, as long as I put it out there. So working on that.
And you have a lot of people in the chat that once you put that type of information out, if someone just comes and asks a question, people will come in and say, look, he said to cut the trade here. look on the chart, or people will try to help to guide. So yeah, it isn't all on you.
Yeah, but the problem with that is like that people not asking questions. They're waiting till after the trade is down like 80% or 60%. And then they're saying, are we still in this trade or should we cut this? I'm like, nah, that's not, like, yeah. So that's the issue that I'll be trying to avoid. But I gotta realize like that's not the majority. And eventually, you gotta let your stars shine, let the people do what they're doing. You can't protect everybody from everything. So, but I definitely see what y'all saying too. And yeah. So, but yeah, that's a good thing. But yeah, anybody else got anything that they want to talk about or any because like it was a lot of so I'm gonna tell y'all this though, real quick though. I'm gonna say this and then I'm gonna move on. But throughout this is right now, we got when the market is open, that's Desert Storm. You know what I mean? We're here. We looking to shoot the general in real time. We don't have time to help you load the magazine or to tell you or how to read, the map and all of that other stuff. We don't have time to do that because or it'll come off really short. The comments will be kind of short and it may not be something that you actually want to hear, at that time. And that's because when you got a $3 million trade that you're trying to execute in the next 60 seconds, you don't know how the best way to tell somebody, that you can't help them right now, but without trying to consider their feelings, it's going to come off short sometimes because you may be frustrated, you locked in, you focus yourself. So this is the time right here where, members supposed to be locked in or when we're talking about certain things or they have those questions and stuff like that where we get them or after hours when the market is closed, but you can't always expect people to be available. But this is the time where I'm here, I'm ready, I'm locked in. And so when I don't get the questions and stuff like that here, I ignore them throughout the week if they're like questions that could have been something that would have been perfect for this meeting or that, if they're asked during market hours or right before the market opens, like that stuff gets buried after the market opens, because now we got a lot of real live stuff that's going on. So just letting y'all know, like these be the times where this is the best thing. So, that whole shy stuff, right? If you work for a company right now and you in orientation at your job and the part where the trainer went over how you take time off and how you fill out your timesheet. If you didn't get that part and you scared to raise your hand because you shy, then you about to get written up at work or something's about to happen. You gotta, the same thing. But this is even worse because you're putting up your money into a situation and like I said, we're very successful over here. So we hold you guys to a certain standard. I know I'm gonna hold myself to a certain standard. So if you got questions, we supposed to know about them, and it should be like, and try to follow the process and yeah. But if you ask the right questions, you don't know what rabbit hole that I'll go down. But these be the times where those questions should come in, and we don't get those questions during these times, and I hate to call you out, but like Abbott, I just saw you fall off, but you just got back on. Do you got any questions? Because I know you be having a lot of questions and be, looking, sometimes you be at work, but it's Sunday. Like, so this would be a perfect time to get some of your questions answered, if you can unmute. And I hate to put you on the spot, but I just saw you pop back on. So I said, what, that's my chance. So if you got any questions, this would be a good time to ask, because yeah. But if not, it's cool. It's cool. When you do get some questions, let us know. But yeah, that's what we're here for. But just realize that in real time, when we got when I got the market on my back, the whole team on my back, I can't answer those little small questions that I would love to go through right now. But I'll move on. Let's go to these charts. Let's hit these charts up really quickly. All right, so get right into these charts, man. And well, actually, before I get into the charts, I'm gonna cover the economic data first. Cover the economic data because I'm gonna get it out the way. So yeah, we got a lot. So we do have. I got it. No Fed speakers, but we got a lot of Fed speakers this week. Actually, we got Waller Tuesday at 10 a.m. Barkin Tuesday 10:15. Damn, Cash Kari is speaking Tuesday. Okay, then we got to watch out for that one at 2 p.m. I don't know what they're talking about, but that's what we need to watch out for. Harker Tuesday after the market close. We got Logan on Wednesday at 9:45. Um, I don't know who Schmidt is. I gotta look and see who this person is because probably who I don't know if they who they replacing or whatever, but I'm gonna look into who they are. Um, we got Kugler, Kugler barking again. Then I didn't even realize that we
That
had
screen I
Powell on
pulled up, Brody.
Thursday. Say that again.
The screen for your economic data I pulled up. It's still on the chart.
All right, that's cool. That's cool. It's cool. It's cool. All right. Thanks, J Rock. So yeah, so we got Powell on Thursday at 3 p.m. What does Powell got to say Thursday at 3 p.m.? I guess we're gonna find out, right? Thursday at 3 p.m. So and that's right after. Okay. What
Right
is
at
he?
Power Hour. I love it.
So he's gonna uh, what is he coming out there for Thursday at 3 p.m.? I'm gonna do some research and find out to see what he's talking about. And then we got Williams Thursday at 4 p.m., 4:15 after the market close. So yeah, we got to figure out. But we got retail sales data on Friday. So I started backwards. We got retail sales data on Friday. So I'm gonna be watching to see what's up with retail sales data. Um, we got New York Fed Manufacturing Index. We got CPI on Wednesday, PPI on Thursday, and jobless claims. But we got retail sales data on Friday, and they moved it to Friday. So we're gonna see what's up with that. So we're going to let's make sure that we keep an eye on retail sales data, and so obviously that's gonna be important. So we're gonna make sure that we keep that one on watch. So let's just hop right into these charts. I'm so anxious to get over here to these charts, man. All right, I covered this a little bit on Friday, but we got Monday.com here. Monday.com is sitting here at the it closed at basically at 325. That's where it closed at on Friday. And yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot going on with this chart. So, but I'm gonna cover it as best as I can for now. I only got main levels marked on here. That's why certain things aren't marked up, but I'm just gonna go ahead and put a level right here for now. And we'll put another level here. Just really quickly. Let me get back over here. All right. So look, all right. So like I said, we got Monday.com and they report Monday morning before the open. So second, just lighten this chart up a little bit. So I got weekly levels on here. But yeah, but it's got a rising wedge. This is a bearish pattern, but I've seen many cases where rising wedges broke out and ran like a bat out of hell. Stock broke out of a rising wedge and ran like a bat out of hell. So yeah, but like we just playing this as a regular trade. So over 320, over 325, I'm looking for a move to 327.20, then over 327.20, up into 345.79 and possibly higher. Now, on the put side, if we were to lose that 312, looking for a move down to 307.84, then down to so we lose that 307.84, 306.30, we got 298.56, and then possibly a move lower down to 290, and then the 50 EMA at 282.25. So big move possibly on this one. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I mean, in a perfect world, it dies a horrible death Monday morning, all the way down to like to 275 or like at least the 280 or something like that. But if it breaks out, it's going to run hard. If it breaks out, I mean, I see it probably making a move up to 260 if it was to break out. Well, obviously 240 first, but I mean, I'm looking for a move to 260 if it breaks out. And that should be a really nice move on this stock. But yeah, I hope that it dies. But either way, TTD, let's hit TTD. This is how TTD finished here, man. Hold on. Let me just go back over here to the. There we go. All right, so y'all can see this clearly. So yeah, TTD looks good, man. So they had an earnings. We got a nice 222 reversal here. Reclaimed the 9 EMA. Look like it wants to fill this bearish gap here. And let me just mark it for a sec. Look like that's where it's headed, but you know, it almost got there. So what I'll say is this though. What's that? What is that? 127.55. All right, cool. So over one, I'm gonna say over 127, my first target would be I guess we still gotta I'm gonna say over 127. Well, let's do this over 127.55. So over the gap fill, I'm looking for a move to 132.65. That would be my target. Now, on the put side, if we were to lose that 116, looking for a move back down to 114. Not really sure that it would go lower than that, but if it did, you know, we got another level down here at 114. I'm sorry, 112. So yeah, but that's a big move down to play puts on. So if this was the breakdown, if it was to lose this 9 EMA, come up and retest it or whatever, we'll be looking at lower time frames for a setup on it to play the downside because that's a long move to sit through on the put side if that was to happen. You know, like to miss that whole move down. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, I think it's a pretty nice chart. So keep this one on watch. Expedia. So Expedia had a nice move on earnings. Went up to my resistance level and hit that, and it came back down, got rejected hard, gave back a lot of that move, right? So one sec. Finished with an inverse hammer on the daily. So I'll say for this one, hold on, let me go to the weekly for a second on this chart, see where we are. Yeah, so it's still looking great. Because sometimes you got to zoom out. When in doubt, zoom out. I'm like, you know what? They had a really good earnings and they gave back that they sold it off at the end of the day. But when I zoom out and look at the weekly, you got to see what this put things into perspective for real. Because what's really going on here, you see this is this level that it broke through. The last time it's been above this level or broke, last time it was here was May of 2022, and it got rejected after it lost that level, came up, got rejected and sold off, right? That was an earnings move. And it hasn't been able to get back up there. It's been having resistance up here in this area, broke through that level, and then we got a candle confirmation above the previous resistance as a new support area. So, you know, it could come back down here first and then move up, or you just get a continuation. This was a really solid close over reclaiming that 180 and closing over it. So this is a pretty big move. So if you plan when you zoom out and just not looking at the daily, it gives you a different vibe of what's going on as opposed to just looking at that daily chart and kind of seeing that inverse hammer. So, but what I will say though is we do got a big gap there. Here, just gonna mark it for a sec. Do have a big gap there. So, you know, if we were to lose that 179.95, we can make a move down to 177.34 and then possibly down to the 174 price level, you know, so to back down. Sorry, was that 174? Yeah, 174. Now, on the call side, if we were to take out that 190.40, then I'm looking for a move to 196.61. So, yeah, keep that. Well, 194, that 190, I'm sorry, 190.40, we got a resistance at 191.10. So then that would be the first, and then 196.61. So yeah, keep it on watch. Big earnings, nice pullback. And just seeing something, just want to see something because again, like I said, I'll be marking my levels on different. Oh yeah, there's a support level right there too. Hold on. So it came back down, and it even though we got a pullback and an inverse hammer, it held a support level, a older support level. Had to go back and find it. So that's still it kind of lines up with what's going on a weekly. But like I said, at first glance, just look like you just can't go off of what you're just seeing here. And yeah, nice breakout on that one. So Expedia, keep that one on watch also. NET, Cloudflare, another stock. Another stock, nice breakout here. So they had a great earnings, but the guide was the guide was a little softer than expected, but the stock still looks great. I like that breakout that so here what it did was it came back down and retested the breakout area, went back up and reclaimed the 9 EMA for a 222 reversal. So right now we got a few targets we can hit on this one. It looks really good. I like the way this is lining up. This looks nicely. Hold on one sec. So we got a few levels that we can hit on here. So we can clear that 92.20, looking for, so I'm gonna just what I'll say is so we clear 92.20, then we got a little resistance area right there at that 92.58. So me, I'm gonna say if you're looking to play calls on this, wait till it clear that 92.58 area first. And then your first target would be this bearish gap fill at the 94.89 price level. So first target would be the 94.89 and then that 97.53. But yeah, keep this one on watch. And on the put side, if we were to lose that 87.24, there's the 90, sorry, the 50 EMA is at 86.20. Then we got the 200 moving average at the 84.74. So those are two other levels that we could hit to the downside, and before it probably flushed down to the 200 EMA at 81.72. But yeah, but either way, keep this on watch. I think it probably goes higher. Really nice. I like the way how this finished here on the daily. And reclaiming that 9 EMA with on increasing volume, bullish volume. And here's the weekly. I told y'all this in the chat though. We had a 223 reversal on the weekly with a bullish engulfing. So this looks pretty good. Looks pretty good here. So keep this one on watch. Also, let me go down here to next one. See, all right, so VST is at all-time highs, man. So, how I feel about stocks at all-time highs. But the thing is, the stock, man, the volume is looking pretty good on it, man. And we got a bullish engulfing here on the daily. After, we got a retest after this was the day of earnings right here, and this was Friday. So we got the move down. It pulled back and it ran, finishing the week off like that. Zoom out and look at the weekly, and it looks like it wants to go higher. So just look, we got a bullish engulfing on the weekly and the daily, breaking out of a bullish flag here. So just got to keep it on watch. Again, like I said, the thing is with stocks like this, man, when they in all-time highs, we in price discovery. So we just have to see how things play out with the stock. I like pullbacks and then retest. I like buying a retest on a stock that's at all-time highs, but sometimes it keeps going, and you have to just account for the possibility that the stock actually keeps going. And play it based off of what you're seeing in that regard. But yeah, I just have to mention this one. This was a nice trade we had last week. I think it keeps going though. I really do think it's going to go higher. What's this week? This week is the week of the 15th, right? Yeah. So I think it goes higher. We mid-month. This will take us to mid-month this week. So it looked like it wants to go higher. The earnings was really good. Guidance was great. So I think it goes higher. It looked like it wants to go higher. Now, you also got to look at the pattern. It's a bullish flag pattern. We got the bull flag. We got the breakout. We got the continuation. Now, the flagpole just began. So this has the potential, so basically I'll say over 145, then 150 is in play. Just simple as that. So you gotta just make sure that you keep an eye on that. And yeah, so pretty big move on that. Pretty big move on it. And yeah. So to the downside on it, because of course, just got to keep an eye on that too. If we were to lose that 135.24, then we can retest that 129.80 again, which is that breakout area, and it'll probably get stopped there again, but that still be a nice move down. So again, still keep it on watch. And yeah, that's good with that one. One sec. Hold 1 second. Let me just see. Okay, my bad. So let me just get the next chart up and so- sheesh. Upstart right here, man. This is a crazy move on Upstart. Nice earnings beat on this one. And I'm gonna go to the weekly for a second on this one. I just had to bring this chart up because it's an amazing move on Friday, especially on Friday. But just to see where y'all can see where the stock is, where it stopped at. So it's right here at a key level, and it's just about it's either reclaimed it or it's right there at this key level. So I see a nice possibility of continuation on Upstart. So, this is something that I definitely want to bring on your radar as a, for a move this upcoming week. And I just think that it's something that we should be keeping on watch. So obviously it ran a whole lot, so that you see that's a $30 move on, this is a weekly chart, so like about a $30 move last week. I'm just gonna break this down back to the daily chart so we can get some levels. So yeah, so I mean over that 82.25, looking for a move to 86.22 and then 95. And if we were to lose that 65, that's a long way down, 64 59, then we can make a move back down to the 9 EMA at 57.43 and then possibly lower. But that's what I would be looking for, because it's right, it kind of goes in line with this gap, this bullish gap fill area. So, and that's a support there anyway. So that's what I would be keeping an eye on if I was playing this one. So just one second. Hold on. My bad. My bad. My bad. Trying to get my sound right. Now let me move on to yeah, I got a few. See here. Bitcoin is on a tear right now, so we got to hit some of these stocks too. And this is MSTR right now, and nice. This thing probably gap up tomorrow, so we probably just late on this anyway. I covered this last week too, when it broke out initially. So I'm just putting this on your radar at this point, man. It's already at all-time highs. I put it on the radar last week, and you see how much it's run since last week. This was a how much of a move? It's made a $40 move since last week, right? Well, this whole week or whatever. So I'm just saying, keep this one on watch, man. I don't have no additional levels on it. It's already at all-time highs. It's probably gonna gap up. That's what I'm saying right now. It's probably gonna gap up. Bitcoin running like a bat out of hell right now, and so keep it on watch. Go to coin. Same same thing. Another one that we covered last week as well, right? With Bitcoin, and you see how this one made a crazy move here on the weekly. So it broke out of this area that we had here, this bullish flag that I had from last week's chart. Hold on. Well, I can't move this, but sorry. Y'all see the breakout and we got the candle confirmation, but you see where it stopped at. Stop right here where now we played this a few times where it got rejected here, but it looked like it's kind of broke. It broke through. We finally got an actual candle confirmation up here somewhere. So that at this 270. So let's see what coin actually wants to do this week, man, because again, there's some moves that it's still a lot of move back and like left into it. We'll see exactly where it could possibly go. Again, Bitcoin is running, so it's a possibility we still get some more moves on this one as well. So I'll say over 273.50, looking for a move to 284.26. If we lose that 257.15, looking for a move back down here to 250.70 and then possibly down here to 234.17. So keep coin on watch, man. Pretty big move on the stock. Looks pretty good. Uh, Fortinet. Beautiful chart here on Fortinet. It's the daily after great earnings. Stock ran like a bet out of hell finishing all the way up here. You know, again, like I said, you see the trend here. I'm gonna show you the weekly chart though. It's at all-time highs, but just look at that trend on the stock. Hold on. Where my trend at? All right, I'll use this one. Started. Pretty big move on this stock, man. It's pretty big move. It's been going up. And so this time we didn't stop here. We broke through and we got a candle confirmation. Looked like it wants to go higher. In a perfect world, it comes back down here and retests this area and then a continuation. But like when you got a stock at all-time highs and on increasing volume and stuff like that, look at the volume here on Friday, the day after its earnings, right? Great earnings, by the way. Hold on one sec. Screen froze again. Yeah, so I mean, just like if we can take out, I'm gonna say if we can take out this 92.53, looking for a move to 95. It's a long way down for for puts, but if we would take out the 84.26, we can make a move down to 82.70 and then possibly down here to 80. I just call that like 81 or whatever. And then we got 78 on here. So it's a few moves that it can make to the downside, but it looks pretty bullish. A nice pullback would not hurt anybody on this one. All right. SPY. See, I wasn't going to cover SPY, but you got to cover SPY. Wasn't going to cover it, got to cover it. So SPY at all-time highs. So we had S&P 6,000. It's crazy that actually happened. But so yeah, we got SPY here at all-time highs, man. After a nice breakout, continuation now. Look at the market. We just got to pay attention to what the market is doing. We got big tech running. We got big tech running, and those that are they make up of a large portion of the S&P 500. Then a lot of these stocks, well, the ETF's going to keep running, right? So we got a 222 continuation here, and again, it's at all-time highs. I'm not sure what's going to happen tonight with the Asian futures, but we will see. And again, like I just don't like playing stocks at all-time highs or ETFs either. But but with SPY, all I'm gonna say is just watch this area, like watch for 600, you know. But yeah, I don't have any levels for you over 600. I'm just gonna be straight up. I don't have any levels over 600. Yeah, we just see what happens with SPY, man. But yeah, I'm not covering SPY on the all-time highs tip, man. But on the way back down, if it breaks over 600 and it holds over 600, then obviously we can look at some levels above there, depending on what the price action is for tomorrow and how the market is moving or whatever. But we got economic data that's coming out this week with CPI, PPI, and retail sales data. That could be a move. So maybe we get a pullback first. Who knows? We're at all-time highs, and so we'll see. I would love a pullback down here to 585.50 before a continuation. Bring it back down here to solidify that this is a nice support area. That would be great. And then that would be a great place to buy. And it lines up with the 9 EMA also. That would be great for me. So but yeah, but if you went up here and it finished yeah, pretty strong chart though. Pretty strong. Y'all see how I feel about the upside on this one, man. I'm not saying that it's not going higher, but I'm just saying just be careful at the all-time high. Let it establish itself over the 600 before because I think over 600 everything gonna go crazy. So, but yeah, but I would like a retest down here. We do got a gap fill area here that could possibly get filled too, and it could bounce off a gap fill area. If it doesn't want to come all the way back down there just yet, that could be played off of too. So put that up in there too. So yeah, so just a few areas because again, that is a big move down to 85. But that's what I would be looking forward to if it was to come back down, lose that 596 or whatever, look for a move down there to 591 and so on. but that could be a nice area to retest off of. So you get what I mean? So like if as far as all-time highs go, I'm a support and resistance guy. So, all-time highs, momentum, it all depends on what's going on. They may not let price break through there. It doesn't really matter. That's how we come up with our resistance and support levels. But we're at all-time highs. But I got some levels that we could test that if price was to come back down before continuation, that would be a nice move. Like I told you on Friday when QQQ and everything was running, wait for that retest. This would be a nice retest area for a continuation, and if it didn't stop there, we got another level here. That's where a pretty strong area where it should possibly get caught up at if that did not happen. And then we got another area in here if that did not stop it, that we could possibly bounce off of. So it's just a few places where price could actually stop and get some support before a continuation. Because if you look at the range also here on this, you got to look at how stocks don't just move in waves. I mean, don't just move in straight lines. They move in waves, channels. So looking at it like this, just to give y'all some more perspective. And I ain't gonna start back there. I ain't gonna start back there. I'm gonna start here so we can get that just where this areas is. So just look at this for a second. Oops, hold on. Let me move it. That's not what I was trying to do. Hold on. That. Hold on. Here we go. So look at this channel here. You know what I'm saying? So it's been moving. I'm looking at the trend. The trend is always your friend. So this is what I'm seeing. We at the top of the channel. That took us to 600. So do we break through this or do we come back down? And again, like it can play in this area for a while and then still go up, but this is the channel. This is the trend. It's been following it for a while, and that's where it's been. I mean, there is a chance that it could go higher if depending on how I'm looking at this, if I zoom out a little bit more, then I can look at it another way. But right now, since July, this has been the trend. You know what I'm saying? So just trying to show y'all what's really going on in the market. So not just making moves because it's running. So yeah, there's SPY. Let me go ahead and hit. Someone asked me about this, so I'm gonna go ahead and hit it again. Eli Lilly. Eli Lilly is a little too expensive. Isn't too much. It's too much of an expensive trade for me to really alert to my team. I'll play it for earnings or like right after earnings when those contracts are after the contracts gotten clapped, it's a good trade, stuff like that. But yeah, but I like the setup on this though. Came back up here. It's just it's right here at its 200 moving average, but it reclaimed the 9 EMA. And but we got it came back up here to this area of resistance and it got rejected up at that 850 again. So I wouldn't be worried about that 847. I'd be waiting for it to clear 850.82. It clear 850.82, then 860.94 is in play, and then 879, and then you got the earnings gap here up here at what is that? Like about what is that at 898, so we'll call it 900. We got a big move up that could possibly happen. Now, if it was to lose the 801.26, then we can make a move back down to the 791.98, and then possibly down to 775.27. But yeah, it looked like but I would just wait for it, give it some margin, wait for it to clear that 850.82 before trying to play that one. That's what I would do. Look like it's trying to though. All right. Meta. Yeah, so Meta, he's trying. So if y'all noticed, so Mark Zuckerberg trying to make up with Trump right now. So Meta was kind of when everything else was running, Meta was kind of slow because like Trump presidency, like it seems soon as Trump got out of office, they banned his account. You know what I'm saying? So, and then like heading into this year, they unbanned his accounts and he said he wasn't using any of those platforms. He just went to X because him and Elon cool. But so Mark Zuckerberg, he's trying to make up with Trump right now. So that's why when he won, Meta was down. But and Mark already, reached out to him and stuff like that. So but yeah, but just look at this flag on the Meta daily chart that's forming here. So just keeping an eye on what's going on with Meta here. So you see it came up and did not. We got a fake out, came up and it came back down, right? So, but we got this area here, just watching for price. We got a head fake. That's what I call it on that one. So, but we got this area just watching for Meta. See what Meta going to actually do here. If we're going to actually get a we get a breakout here, or if it's going to just it's going to play in this area and then come back down. So we'll see exactly what happens, but just watching it closely. And yeah, we're gonna keep this one on watch, keep Meta on watch, because look like it wants to go higher. But we finished inside on the day, so you know what? One candle inside candle was a one, and it's a neutralizing candle. So it whatever the trend is, it resets the trend. That's what the one does. So that's what it is right now. It's a one. So we don't know what is going to happen with Meta at this point. But what I will say is, let's clear this breakout area first. So it's easy. You can easily play calls over the 50, the one, I'm sorry, the 593.10. But I would actually wait for it to clear this. I wait for it to clear this breakout area first. So I would say calls over 595 for Meta for a move to 601, and then and then that high at 602.95, and then possibly higher. Now on the put side, if we were to take out that 584.52, then look for a move back down to, what is that 583.27, and then 579.20, 596.73. And with this, just looking at with this channel, how this channel is working out. Like every time we've gone up here, we've gotten rejected hard. Price came down, gone back up again, head fake. We got the breakout, but we didn't get the candle confirmation. Came back down, gap down hard. But this was earnings right here, obviously. Played around down here, and yeah. So now we're back up here again. So let's see exactly what price does here. So there's Meta, and let's see. Hit Nash. I had it on my chart. This is DoorDash, by the way. I mean, I'm sure. I mean, everybody they get a lot of my money, so they might as well give me some money back. And this is a pretty good move here on DoorDash. So I'm just gonna mark a few places on this chart and then go back down here to the daily, because it's a lot of range on here, So I wanted to make sure I cover some before I hit anything on here. One sec. Go back. Because you see a lot of this price. We haven't been up in this range. See why the reason I went to the weekly first was because we haven't been up in this area. We haven't played with these levels in quite some time on DoorDash. It's been like it's been stuck around here. So we broke out of here and we're up in this area here now. So this is a pretty big move, pretty bullish to get back over this level. So I say over 174, sorry, 172.18. That could possibly make a big move on this level here up to 83.22, right? 1 second, I'm gonna give y'all additional levels. My mouse is acting up. Yeah, but like I was just saying, honestly, I'm just gonna be straight up. Like I don't want to make levels that aren't really there. So yeah, but I'm gonna say 180 and then 183.22, but that's what I'm really looking at to the upside on that. Now, if we were to lose that 169.57, we'll see exactly what price does. I mean, to be honest though, we lose that level. 167, 64 is cool, but then you got the non-EMA at 163, and it'll probably bounce there. If you just look at the way this chart, how this has been going since it reclaimed the non-EMA, it's been pretty much bouncing off of it. So I feel like it'll bounce there. And if things got really ugly, which I don't see why they would, then we got a gap fill area here, but it just seemed like it would bounce off the non-EMA if it was to come back down here. So that's that. And I know that hold on 1 second. Yeah, so damn, I'm good on time. So I had these charts in mind. I covered all of them, and we right here at 3 o'clock, man. So thank everybody for hopping on, man, and y'all enjoy the rest of y'all Sunday. Let's have a great week this week, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Cheers.
See you tomorrow. Thank you, coach.
Appreciate you, bro. See you tomorrow.